Hi guys, so this is the next part of the AP CSP review thing. I feel like this part's going to be pretty short because it's mainly data analysis. So a main thing here that a lot of people put emphasis on, like my teacher videos on College Board, correlation does not equal causation. Like, for example, it's sunny outside and like you see like a trend in people buying ice cream, but then you also see a trend in people wearing short sleeves, and you try to link the two. Oh, people wear short sleeves because they buy ice cream. No, not at all. So correlation does not equal causation, and those two things are happening just because it's nice and sunny outside. um Big data doesn't really come up a lot, really. Um, it just means extremely large data sets, and some pros are things like it can help with scientific research, it can give people more resources they need to find stuff. Um, they have more information at their fingertips type thing. Some risks or like cons to this is like privacy concerns, security bias people have. And an example of big data is like social media. So let's see here. Oh yeah, another thing is that I saw a lot that I was like, oh, you really gotta pay attention to that. Is there will be things like pie charts and they'll be split into certain sections and it'll be like random one to three. I don't know, my sister's talking. There'll be like random one to three or random one to eight. You have to pay attention to what it's saying there and actually look at the graph, because if you put random one to three when really there are eight sections, you're cooked. Online data security. PII, personally identifiable information. If you hear weird noises, that's my family. Personally identifiable information, that's things like your social security number, your fingerprint. It could be like where you live, biometric data, as it says on Khan Academy. So basically, iris scan, fingerprint, that type of thing. Um, yes. So basically, a thing of concern is when people have your personally identifiable information, they can impersonate you online. They can do things like just be you, get access to your bank accounts, get access to your identity, all of that. Let's see here. This is like the cybersecurity kind of unit. Um, Phishing attacks, that's basically things like people sending you your emails and they're trying to fish for information. So it could be like, hi, we're from like this bank. We noticed that there's been some weird stuff going on with your account. Do you like share your like bank account number and password so we can double check for you? And boom, they have your information. Also, those fake pages, like recently with the Canvas hack. I don't know if you guys see my reels, but I might have. I don't think I did. Actually, I think that was genuinely. But an example would be if there was this weird pop up screen that looks like an actual login page, but it wasn't. And it asks username, password, and you put them in, boom. Um, so that's how they get your information that way. Another thing is like phishing attacks, they would always have some type of like, it looks like a real email, but there's something like wrong. So instead of like putting an N because the company has an N in their name, they'd put an R next to an R next to an L. Wait, no. Yeah. Some people might see that as an N. Um, but yeah, that's an example. Some signs of like any malware or anything would be like if your battery gets drained really fast, your device starts overheating, um your software takes like a really long time to load and it usually is fast, stuff like that. um so rogue access points, let's see here. I didn't really talk about that much in class, but I feel like that's just like cafe Wi-Fi type thing. Like if your cafe Wi-Fi isn't secure and you connect to the Wi-Fi, you have like an access point from the hacker that can like use that Wi-Fi to like get into your device. But let me check. From ChatGPT. Rogue access points is a wireless access point that is installed on a network without authorization, usually creating an unsecure way for users to connect to a network. Yeah, so Wi-Fi networks. Yeah, so I was right. Um, let's see. What else is here? Computer malware. Okay, so there are types here. I don't think you need to know the types. But basically, malware is like harmful software that is like put onto like a computer. So you could have like downloaded a PDF or something and then you downloaded um some malware and it uses that to infiltrate your device, and from that device it can also get to other devices. The types is like a Trojan horse. It like impersonates an actual legitimate site. um a virus, it just expands and like a virus copies itself over and over and over again. A worm, I'm not going into that. I don't know it that well. That one I don't know that well. um oh yeah, spyware, it basically just takes your data and it gives it to the people who own the spyware. Key logging is when the hackers are I like spying on your keystrokes. So basically, you could be typing your password, they'd know it. You can be texting your friend, be like, "Hi, what are you doing right now?" They'd know that. That's what key logging is. They know everything you're typing. Um, there's adword ransomware. I don't think that's gonna really be on the test. Um, you can hear my sister and mom talking outside, but that's great. Encryption. So basically, there's public key encryption. That's when one person has their own private key and everybody else has a public key. Now, everybody can take that public key and send that person a message. Um, oh, so like I'm making a CSP video and I'm posting it. So like if you guys are saying a lot of stuff, just know I'm probably gonna post it. I will, because it's for AP CSP, but I don't even think they heard you. I'm just saying don't talk louder than you already are and don't come closer to my door. Anyway, where was I? Encryption. Public key encryption. So everybody has access to the one person's public key, say it's mine, and they can all send me a message, they can all send me data, and I have my own secret key that I can use to see what they send me and then send them some stuff back. I don't think, actually, no, not send them some stuff back. That's a totally, just I can see what they send me. Period. I don't know past that. Um, Nobody has access to my secret key. Symmetric encryption is when there's the same key for encryption and decryption, right? So people can use that key. They send you a message. You use that same key to see what they sent you. Um, yes. Oh yeah, the Caesar cipher. I'm not sure if this is going to be on the test, but I did learn that the Caesar cipher, basically you shift the alphabet by a certain amount of numbers, and then whatever letter now corresponds with that, that is what you use to make a message. Um, say I'm saying like ah, like just straight A's, right? And I want to shift the alphabet by like 3. So now A is C, so it's C C C C C C C C C. Basically, that's what a Caesar cipher is. Okay, symmetric encryption, public key encryption. Oh, it's gonna die soon. Hold up, charger. Okay. So that is that. Transport layer security, TLS. I'm reading directly from Khan Academy for this, not my words, guys. Transport layer security protocol adds a layer of security on top of the TCP/IP transport protocols. It uses both symmetric encryption and public key encryption for securely sending private data and adds additional security features such as authentication and message tampering detection. Another thing is multi-factor authentication. Is basically, we all know this, we all have accounts, I would assume. Basically, you have something that just like you possess, and you also have something that you know. So, for example, your password and then fingerprint, or your password and then another device that you have, basically. Digital certificates. I do not think we need to know about the digital certificates. If you do, you can check Khan Academy. Like I said in one of my other videos, HTTP versus HTTPS. HTTP is less secure. HTTPS is way more secure. So basically, when you're using HTTP, a lot of people can possibly steal your data. There's that. There is. Also, I'm guessing the connections are like less secure. Wait, this is basically, I think so. So I'm thinking it's the thing that you guys see at the top with the lock. That might be what it is. Like when that lock isn't like, sometimes for me it's a triangle with a warning, which means the site is not secure. I'm guessing it's that. Computer in. Okay. We all know about computing innovations, email, text, social media. You're watching this on what I would count as social media. Crowdsourcing. Crowdsourcing is a big one. It's basically when a lot of people can do something, like they can all contribute information, and the benefits of that is that you get more information faster. For example, if some scientists are trying to figure out what the weather is throughout the US, a lot of people can take a screenshot, or not a screenshot, a picture of the weather outside, tag their location, and the scientists can be like, oh, it's that weather there, that weather there, that weather there. And it's way easier than those three researchers trying to go through a million different sites, taking like a long time trying to find it. There's that. I think a con to it is that sometimes it's not always the best. You do have to fact check sometimes. But there is that. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I went through everything. If there is something else that you guys want me to cover or anything, just comment it, and I hopefully see it before I take my test. Yeah. But good luck on your AP test, everybody. I hope you guys pass, get fives all throughout. And I'll just, yeah, see you next time. Oh, comment down below if any of this was really helpful, because I might do it again next year, and I'll be smarter, guys. For any other AP exams that I might be taking, and for the people who are taking AP Gov next year, because I think I was pretty good at Gov this year. Pretty solid on the MCQ. FRQ, I was pretty solid, but I did not read one of the. Anyways, I think I was pretty solid on the FRQs too. So if you guys who are going to do AP Gov next year want to see any resources on that, because I have a lot of resources, I can go even more in depth than I went for CSP for Gov, because it's genuinely something I like. CSP is not bad though, but it's like something I like and something I'm interested in and something I might pursue like a career in or anything. Not, I don't know, being a lawyer, something like that. So if you guys want to see that, definitely comment that if you guys have APs you're taking next year. Because I think I'm taking Calc, Psych, so many, French. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Good luck on your AP exams.